20 years ago, songs like Disco Inferno and Play That Funky Music were cool, and the Bee Gees and the Bay City Rollers were burning up the charts. The music we loved to hate in the 70s is back in the 90s, and as E's Greg Agnew reports, radio, records, and nightclubs are turning back the clock.
This is Banana Joe Montione, and this is Flashback Sunday Night. Do you remember?
It's Sunday Night Fever in Los Angeles, and disco's on the radio.
When I was 19 and 20, on the air, Night Fever and Disco Inferno and all these incredible songs were current hits. So for me, I knew how exciting it was then.
For 5 hours every week, Kiss FM radio goes back in time with hits like Let's Groove Tonight and Shake Your Booty. But wait, didn't disco die, and weren't we glad about it? Jeff Wyatt is program director for Kiss Radio.
When people get tired of current music, or when they run the gamut, or even they're too challenged by current music, they will go back to the past and look at the oldies again in a different light.
Response to the Flashback show, and others like it around the country, is, well, groovy.
Clearly the number of people that are listening is greater to the Flashback show than just the regular station on a Sunday night.
And it is incredible what has happened. You can see every line is lit up on the banana phone. And it's like, when we started, it was like people were calling up saying, do you guys realize what you're playing? Is this a mistake? And then by the second or third week, it was, let's hear more!
From disco radio to disco nightclubs. Across town, hundreds of people turn out on Sunday nights at this club in their bell-bottoms, platform shoes, and polyester to stick up for the 70s and carry on about how great it was.
You can hit, it's just natural.
The dancing, it's fun. It's fun, yeah.
This is 1970, all 70s, all time.
Billy Limbo, the club's DJ and promoter, spins vinyl from his own collection of records.
So a lot of these records are things that I bought when they came out. There's a few odds and ends that I wouldn't have normally bought that I picked up as the club started to pick up. Like, the greatest hits of Helen Reddy. I didn't have that in my collection.
If clubs and radio aren't enough, record stores are now displaying 70s music proudly in the front of the stack. Gary Stewart, a vice president at Rhino Records, developed the label's series of 70s music called Have a Nice Day.
Well, I put together the Have a Nice Day series on a kitschy level. I'm not asking for an aesthetic reevaluation of Edison Lighthouse or Paper Lace.
The series has more than 20 volumes of songs from the 70s, mostly one-hit wonders.
Because they had that flash, they had that burning bright but burning shortly, you can get so much of a reading on the times by listening to something like a Motorcycle Mama or Put Your Hand in the Hand.
Who would have imagined we'd want to relive the 70s? Not that the 70s were that bad, but most of the 80s seem to be about denying the 70s ever existed. As far as the revival goes, how long can it last? Here's one formula.
Each revival lasts 10 years, begins about 2 years into the decade, and focuses on the period that was 20 years previous to the year.
Far from the Super 70s, I'm Greg Agnew for E! News Daily.
Nice hat, Greg. Thursday, we'll find out why fashion is taking cues from the 70s.